GatoPerro back with another video. Today I'll be showing you my wrestling figure collection. Now a couple of days ago I announced that wrestling stop motion will be coming to the GatoPerro YouTube channel. And I asked you guys if you wanted me to show my collection, and I had one person tell me they wanted to. So here you go. I'm going to be showing my collection. Hopefully it's not too boring, just me naming off a bunch of people. So let's get started. So to be honest, I don't have the biggest and best collection there is. I'm not Grimm's Toy Show with like a million different figures and plenty of them. But I think I got a decent amount, you know. And here are some of the more random ones. And by random, I mean they're like, there's only one of them. I don't have multiples of the same characters. Although I do wish I had new ones. For example, this is Rock. Hoping to get a new Elite Collection of Rock. We got Bobby Lashley over here. Sabu, Mark Henry, Evan Bourne, Suicide. Chris Benoit with a seriously realistic face that I like a lot. A Boogeyman. And finally, the Big Show from a Jack specific collection. Alright, so moving on to our first group of wrestlers. Undertaker being my favorite. Of course, I'm going to have a bunch of them. And this is my favorite right here. This is the Deluxe Aggression. Best of 2008 Undertaker. The reason this makes this my favorite is because it was special to me because of when we went to WrestleMania 25 here in Houston, Texas. And we went to WrestleMania Access and I got it there. Just a big thing to still have it now. And I really like the head sculpt. Really realistic. And I like the expression that is used in this figure. And then we move on to this Undertaker right here. This is like a basic series something Undertaker back there. Looks really cool. The same head sculpt as that Undertaker over there. And this one has like the silver on the side. Looks really good. And that one is the same as that one as I mentioned before, but it really suits the body well. There's the Elite Collection Undertaker, which my mom gave to me for my birthday, so it's kind of special as well. And it has the Ministry of Darkness jacket from back in the day. That's Series 28 Undertaker? 23 Undertaker with the purple gloves and everything. Looks really cool. And I do have the jacket, but it's kind of difficult to keep on and off of them. Then we get this 2-pack that it came with Pallbearer and this gray classic Undertaker. Looks great. So moving on to my second favorite wrestler, it's Jeff Hardy. I've been liking him since like 2007 when he first came back to Raw. And I got a lot more figures of him than I do of Undertaker because there are just so many unique versions of him. Because Undertaker is just all black. But with Jeff Hardy you get like different face paint and everything else. Most of them have the same mold, which I don't have too much of a problem with. But over here, this is the guy I already reviewed. This is the Full Metal Jeff Hardy from the TNA line. Here we got a classic Jeff Hardy from the night he got challenged by The Rock on Monday Night Raw. Here we go with I think this is supposed to be a 2-pack with Matt Hardy, but I do not have him. The first Deluxe Aggression we ever got of Jeff Hardy when it came back. This move on to the Deluxe Impact Jeff Hardy with pink. Believe it or not, I actually went to Halloween dressed as this with that actual face paint. So that was kind of unique. Here we go, this Jeff Hardy, which I like to call the Antichrist version. Looks pretty awesome with that face paint, armbands, green kind of Joker-esque hair. This is a Bloodline 2-pack that came with Matt Hardy. Really cool. Also, I bought it from Ringside Collectibles, and it was an exclusive that comes with fabric shirts and actual designs. Really awesome. Doesn't have any face paint, but if you take off the shirt, you get a bunch of tattoos as well. Moving on to my brother's #1 favorite, John Cena. He is not in my top like 3, but definitely top 10. I do respect the guy. I don't hate him as much as everybody else does. But here we go with an evolution of John Cena, and it is a lot of them. Starting with the Word Life, Great American Bash John Cena, Word Life Chain Gang John Cena, another one with a shirt. He changed to black shorts with a recent Deluxe John Cena that we found on a flea market in package. Green shorts Cena, also Loyalty Respect. Another one in the same with shirtless with a basic series. And then we got an evolution of Blue Cena with the Flex Force of basic. And then we got an Elite Collection as the most recent one with Elite 23 John Cena, which I reviewed before. On to the smaller groups of figures. Here we have Triple H's, including Flex Force, a basic one with a signature on his leg for some reason. And we got a Deluxe, which is the best one. Has a really accurate head sculpt with really cool expressions. We move on to the pair of CM Punks over here. And yet another Flex Force. 2 of them from back in his straight edge days. One being the Deluxe and another one being the most current Elite 29 CM Punk. And over here we had some solo figures, including this chairman of the board, Mr. McMahon, in his fighting attire with pants and gloves and everything. This Edge was an older Edge from like 2005 with older stuff on the side of his tights. And then we got this Randy Orton, which I had looked for years, ever since it was part of like the second series of Deluxe Aggression. I finally found him. He's in great condition, and I don't know why, just a big fan of the Legend Killer Orton with the blue tights. We got Break the Code Chris Jericho right over there. Really cool. It came with a ladder, brand new at Walmart. I'm not too sure if it's too hard to find now, but I always did like Chris Jericho better with tights. Shelton Benjamin, he's doing pretty good, I think, in Ring of Honor or wherever it is he's doing in the independent circuit. R-Truth from the Deluxe Aggression as well. We got a pair of Mysterios over here. with the Elite 1 Mysterio with the extra hooded skull mask that he has over him, which always looks really cool. Another Deluxe Rey Mysterio with the yellow, always looks really good. And then we got a WCW Rey Mysterio, a basic Ruthless Aggression. And finally I got my hands on a Eddie Guerrero, this was the modern-ish one before he died. And then we got this WCW one, both really cool. Finally, I got a modern Eddie Guerrero, which I'm really happy about. So I think we're nearing just about the end of this video. Here we got this Jax Kane from the early line that's pre-Deluxe Aggression figures, but has a lot of articulation, including his leg squat, and he has a diaphragm joints. And that's a basic Kane from back when he removed the mask, and he had the tights with the barbed wire going around it. We have a Batista, but I do need a new one. And I am thinking about getting a Deluxe Aggression that I found on Amazon, which I will review, and I will hope to continue doing reviews of wrestling figures more on this channel. Here we got some RVDs, including the back with the red, with a Deluxe Aggression Rob Van Dam, with a weird fighting or screaming expression. Doesn't look too good to me. I don't like wrestlers with open mouths. They look all weird like that. Although I do like the hands, but then I do like this design on this TNA Deluxe Impact figure a lot better. I'm just not a fan of how Jax makes the heads really huge. I don't know why they just went up to like in scale and heads for some reason. And then his basic Rob Van Dam, which I just like the designs on the tights, but they're pretty much ruined by now with the paints. And over here we got some Elites, including Brock Lesnar and Dolph Ziggler and Cesaro, which I literally just found like a week ago on Sunday when I was at the flea market. And yeah, I had no idea I would find it. So really cool to have now. I've always wanted Cesaro and Dolph Ziggler. And we just got right back over there. Last part, here we got Kurt Angle. That's from the Deluxe Impact. That's the Kurt Angle with a huge head again. And then we got this basic Kurt Angle again, who I think is the best wrestler of all time. And we got this JBL with his weird face. Looks pretty funny. Who I recently found also as well. Then we got this Elite Shawn Michaels from Series 3. We got another Shawn Michaels over there with another goofy smiley face. I have this WrestleMania 23 Shawn Michaels. And then my personal favorite, a recent one I also found, I think it's the WrestleMania where he faced Stone Cold Steve Austin, the one where Mike Tyson interfered. I could be wrong, but I think that's what the attire looks like. We got another basic Shawn Michaels again. I think this is Series 1 or 2, something like that. And yeah, that would be it. That was kind of short, wasn't it? Or at least I think it was. I don't really have the best collection. I do hope to get a lot of new ones later on. But yeah, let me know what's your favorite wrestling figure if you have any. Let me know. Also, if you don't have a wrestling figures, let me know if you have a wrestler at all. And that'll be all for now. Please stay tuned for more reviews and stop motions. GatoPerro, signing out.